Reporter Chris Slamson, and good evening. Tonight marks a momentous occasion. Humanity has made first contact with extraterrestrial beings. It's a momentous development. I mean, I've been hearing radio chatter as police, as cars everywhere are flying and heading towards Pahrump, Nevada. The teeming masses are gathered from who knows how many states, waiting and watching. Why have they come? Curiosity, or is it something more? Or is it simply to say, I was there when I was there when first man met Martian. This is Chris Slamson with ZNN reporting from Pahrump, and we will keep you posted. But until the aliens arrive, I want to bring in my expert alien correspondent, Mr. Wreck-It Ralph.
What's up?
Ralph,
what's up? We're under attack.
Event.
We're under attack.
We're under attack. Wait. How do you know? They haven't arrived yet.
Oh, we might be under attack.
Oh God.
We might be under attack.
Who will save us? Who will save us? Marilyn will save us. Marilyn, we're under attack.
I'll try.
Thank you, Marilyn.
Crystal Star. I'm getting reports from Crystal. She's in a chopper. She's reporting live on a chopper. Crystal, what is the? We're under attack. What is it looking like?
I can't hear you, Chris.
Oh my gosh. And I'm getting reports from NORAD and we're at DEFCON 4. It's President Sunkomanaki.
What's up, guys? My head started to hurt when you played that music. What's up with that?
Wonderful. Well, welcome everyone to yet another installment of Movie Club. If you don't know already, we are reviewing yet another Tim Burton classic film, Mars Attacks.
Woo!
Ack.
A lot of Tim Burton. There's a lot of Tim Burton happening.
Yeah, I love it. And okay, so when was the first time everyone saw this film? How old are you? Or like,
actually, I've never seen it.
I saw it.
Interesting.
This was my first time.
Wow, I'd like to know what you thought because I forgot a lot of it, most of it, to be honest with you.
I haven't seen this since I was like 11 years old on like reruns on TV. So it felt like watching the movie for the first time. I didn't remember a lot of it.
Yeah.
Well, I couldn't remember whether I had seen it or not. And usually when I start seeing something, I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, but nope, I hadn't seen this at all.
Son, you're like the biggest Mars Attacks fan here. You're rocking this shirt.
Really? I'm so surprised. I'm so surprised. Yeah, no, I loved it. I love this movie. I think I first saw it when I was about 10 or 12 or something. I don't remember. But I was definitely in my like preteen. And I loved it. I thought it was the coolest.
Heck yeah.
I just love alien movies and I love Tim Burton, so yeah.
It's a match made in heaven. And I think a lot of that comes through. First we'll give a quick synopsis for anyone who hasn't watched it or just jumping in. Basically, a bunch of Martians make first contact with Earth, and they under the guise of making peace with humanity, specifically with U.S. President James Dale, played by Jack Nicholson, and his team, including Pierce Brosnan as a dashing scientist. They erroneously believe the Martians are here on a friendly mission, and they start this massive world domination plan. And it's up to, and the story bounces off with a lot of characters all reacting to the events unfolding. So that's a very, very short, addended synopsis.
I will say this is a great movie poster. I love this poster. Just
it's very good.
It's very good.
But
it's the best part of the movie. This is the best part.
Just the poster. No. But I want to.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert. I want to throw this question to Sun because like you're a big fan. And I think a lot of the charm of this film comes from Tim Burton clearly being so inspired by all the hokey, cheesy, B-rated UFO alien movies from the 50s and 60s. And he was also like really captured by the 1962 Topps trading cards, which is what this movie is based on, which also feed into that type of aesthetic. Like the artist for those cards was the same guy who worked on EC Comics. But would you say, like, are you a big fan of those 50s and 60s horror movies or alien movies that really inspired Mars Attacks?
Yeah, no, for sure. I actually don't know a lot about the history of Mars Attacks. Like, I didn't know that there was like a book and like trading cards and all this stuff like before Tim Burton made the movie. So to me, what I loved about the movie was like just how Tim Burton likes to make fun of people and like turn them into caricatures. Like they're not even necessarily stereotypes; they're just caricatures. Like they're so extra in the way that they're portrayed. And I love the way he does that. And he does that in a lot of his movies, but in this one, he just went over the top and just kind of made it comical, right? So I love that about it. And it's just a movie that you can put on and just kind of laugh, have a good time.
Yeah, this movie really doesn't take itself seriously. And I find it interesting. There was a commentary where they're explaining or comparing this movie to the film Phenomena with two other much more darker movies, or at least the subject matter. There are two movies called Failsafe and Dr. Strangelove, which both dealt with like mutual assured destruction with the Soviets in the Cold War. And in the same manner, 1996, Independence Day came out in July, and this movie came out in December. Like same subject matter, but completely different approaches to tone and execution. I found that really interesting.
I don't know that.
Similar.
What was that?
The storyline is very similar.
Yeah, I guess so. But it's like, to me, they're just so vastly different. And fun fact, I actually did background work on Independence Day. But
Even though Independence Day did.
Well, do tell. This is awesome. Wait.
I was just there might have been two occasions, but one of them was definitely it's like having to drive into the city and just being one of the cars driving on the street. It's like, and all of a sudden we have to come out and we're just, look up into the sky, stuff like that. But it was fun. But I just found those two different.
Tonally much different.
Oh, yeah.
Totally. Even though Independence Day did have some humor and levity to it.
Yeah,
it was
Will Smith, very charismatic.
It was a popcorn, action popcorn 90s typical action movie that would come out like, in the summer blockbuster. This was like totally over the top, meant to be campy, meant to be corny, I guess at times. The cast, what's that, Crystal?
No, go ahead.
The cast was what I forgot. I guess I forgot like I knew
Danny
Jack
DeVito?
Nicholson was in it. Yeah, I didn't remember like how vast of a star-studded cast it was.
Yeah, ensemble cast is understatement. And like Danny DeVito, like you just said, he gets like top billing or one of the top billings. He's only in the film. Like he's only there for like literally like a minute and a half, 5 seconds. It's wild how.
I mean, nobody seems to be. I mean, Glenn Close isn't in it very long. I mean, nobody's in it except for Jack. I mean, Jack plays 2 roles. So.
Well, yeah, and I found it strange or odd or funny. Jack Black with Christina Applegate, and Christina Applegate didn't even have any lines.
Oh yeah, and at first I was like, "Is that Christina Applegate?" And then I was like, "No," and then I realized it was. It was almost like they took her out of Married with Children and put her in.
Yes. I mean, when the opening credits
was really weird watching him so young. That was so weird.
What amazed me is opening credits, and I kept seeing, celebrity after celebrity after celebrity, and I'm like, well, this has got to be because it's Tim Burton, I guess, because
100%. They all wanted to work with Tim Burton.
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah, I saw that Jack Nicholson didn't even read the script. He just said, "Okay, I'm in," just because it was Tim Burton and he loved working with him on Batman.
Yeah. Yeah.
that makes sense. I also was shocked at how young Martin Short looked.
Yes.
Martin
gosh, I
Short.
know.
I'm watching Only Murders in the Building. So
Me too.
It's so good.
It
Is
is.
it good? I want to
Yeah.
watch it.
Like,
It is.
Good. I wanna watch it.
so good. But
He looks like he's a baby.
He was. Yeah, like in his 30s, 40s. So you were talking about some of the classic movies that Tim Burton drew upon for this film. And I'm a huge, huge sci-fi, like vintage movie, like fan. So for me, I saw a lot of like Planet Nine from outer space in here. Like the Body Snatchers. It came from outer space, like World of the World or the War of the Worlds, and just like a ton of other classics like that. So I think that he definitely studied a ton, and I felt like Mars Attacks is just so classic because he really takes the best parts from all those other films and magically sprinkles the Tim Burton fairy dust on it, and in just such a perfect way. So.
Yeah, even when it came to production, like he wanted to go full method on recreating those classic filming elements. Like he was really inspired by like Harryhausen film, so he wanted to do stop motion for like the aliens. So he hired what's his name? The guy who worked on James and the Giant Peach.
Wait, are the aliens stop motion?
Previously they hired a whole bunch of people. They wanted to do it stop motion animation, but then because of that, the budget got way close, or it hit over 100 million. So Warner Brothers, they stepped in and was like, hey, you can't do this. We're just gonna do everything in CGI. So they scrapped all of like the stop motion and animation stuff and to do CGI. And
I would love to see some of those like sketches or clay pieces.
Yeah, because I think that would have been so meta to have this movie come out in the 90s, but emulate all those classic filming techniques of like the 50s and 60s. But to compromise, well, basically, Tim Burton was under a lot of pressure with this movie because when Independence Day came out, it was a smash hit. It was Mars Attacks was supposed to come out the next year, but people were like, "Oh no, this has to come out this year." So they bumped it forward to December of '96 as a release date, and so they had to use CGI to pick up the pace, and then, like they had to cut out a whole bunch of the film too. So the studios kind of screwed over Burton on his vision, which is unfortunate, but still a great film. I just wonder what would happen if he had more time.
It would be interesting if he were to recut it the way that he would want.
Yes.
Or the way he wanted it. And to me, I have to say that I thought at a certain point that it was probably claymation or stop motion because it looked like it was that to me.
Yeah. So when they switched to CGI, Burton was very purposeful. Like, I want these aliens to look janky and weird and plastic because he wanted to have that kishy, fake-looking vintage look. So that was on purpose. But just imagine that was in stop motion. That would have been really cool to see. But I think with some of these movies, or like this movie has some great visual effects. I don't remember a lot about the movie, but I remember the thing that always stuck with me. It was like the heads being switched or just like the head on the dog, like
the dog head,
or like Chris Thomas' head.
I
like,
did. That was like
so
the
fun.
best part of the movie with like I got Pierce here.
Yeah.
I mean, I love that like everybody was just so stupid in the movie. Like they're just all idiots.
Yes.
So funny.
Yep.
And it's like the aliens are just screwing with everybody the whole time.
Yeah, I love how they're like assholes to everybody. Like the whole film.
Just their whole plan is just to kill everybody, and then like, you know, the one scene where Jack Nicholson does his big speech and the alien cries.
I love that. And then kills them anyways.
Great.
So good.
Okay, did anybody notice that who released the dove? It was the hippies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like a group of hippies that actually started the war, and I love that. I just thought it was so funny.
But did they really start it? Because it seemed like the aliens were there. It's like, yes, we come in peace.
Yeah, they were just gonna
Fooled ya.
they were just gonna
But counterpoint in the White House raid, one of the aliens made a deliberate point to shoot a bird. Like went out of his way to shoot a bird instead of a Secret Service agent. So did they start the war? Did they not?
Yeah, they hated animals. Like the cows on fire in the beginning. Like there was a lot of animal killing in this movie.
How much did that to pay Peter?
Oh, the dog dies. Cows get put on fire. Birds are being
Marilyn,
shot.
This is your first time watching it ever. What did you think about it?
Going in, I was just like, oh God, is this going to be, like when we started watching the first movie that we ever Creep Show.
Nothing will ever be as bad as Creep Show.
But I did enjoy the movie. Because it had its little funny moments and campiness, but it wasn't like so campy that it was like god awful, so I enjoyed it. I think the fact that there were so many celebrities that you recognize, and they almost kind of played characters that they would normally play. So like Pierce Brosnan, he was 007 at one point. So it's like he was kind of like that man of mystery to some degree, but I don't know. I enjoyed it.
It's good.
That's awesome.
All right, son, you saw this as a teen and you loved it. Obviously, I'm assuming you still love it since you're rocking the shirt. What are your thoughts watching it now? Did you watch it again this week?
Yeah, just yesterday. I mean, I still love it. I still think it's great. I'm obsessed with Tom Jones. I've always been. Like, I just think he's the greatest.
That's part of the movie.
And like the cast is amazing. Martin Short, I think, was like brilliant. Like he's just so like extra and over the top, and he just did it so perfectly in this. And I just think everyone was so funny, and it's not meant to be this like deep movie about like like meaningful crap, but it's just fun and entertaining, and I don't know. I love it. I'll always love it.
Good. All right, Ralph. How old were you when you saw it? You said.
I mean, I saw it when it came out, so I was in my early 20s or late teens. I can't remember.
A billion years ago. Okay, check.
No,
and what did you think about it now?
I gotta do something.
Oh no!
I didn't mean that. I don't know what happened.
Oh, what's going on? Oh, the aliens are interfering with our technology. Oh, no.
It was fine. I didn't think it was. When you're gonna do a parody, like the acting's great, cast amazing. I get it. I just wasn't like, it's never been laugh out loud funny to me.
No.
Like it's like when you do something like that, I feel like you got to be laughing a lot, and I just never was like, oh my god. Like it was always like, oh, that's smart. This is cool. But I wasn't like bowled over. So if I'm being honest, like I wasn't like, I forgot this movie. Like I knew I saw it. I couldn't remember anything about it. And then I rewatched it and I was like, oh, now I know why I forgot it. If I'm being honest.
Okay. Chris?
Not my favorite Burton movie. He's done much better movies than this.
Yeah, I wouldn't rank it up there. I mean, as far as Tim Burton or anything like that. And I'm not saying that I hated it, but I don't think I would watch it again.
Yeah, that's how I felt. I think I felt like that the first time I saw it, and I was like, "Oh, it was fine. It was fun." And then like I was like, "Oh, maybe when I rewatch it, I'm really gonna get it now." And I felt like the plot was very thin, like Sunset. I mean, it's not meant to be a great plot, and I know it's meant to be an homage to these other older 50s movies, but I did feel like it was lacking something, and I don't know what that was. I mean, it looks great. It's technically amazing. He's a great director. It's just I wasn't like blown away.
Okay. All right, Chris. Now and then comparisons.
Yeah, so I think I was around the same age as Son when I first watched this. I never watched it in theaters. So I think it was definitely on like a TV rerun kind of thing. So, watching it now, I have such a low bar for entertainment, and there were like certain standout acts, like Nicholson was awesome, Glenn Close, she was there for like 2 minutes, but like the chandelier scene just cracked me up. I will say, like, the thing that I wish that was polished up, I know like in the final cut, like each character has their own role, and the story's bouncing all across the US. But I felt like certain characters, maybe it's just because of production or the movie got cut down. I feel like certain characters didn't get to do enough.
Yeah.
Like
exactly.
Natalie Portman, like
She's just there.
Yeah, she's just there. She didn't really have like any standout role as just she has her snarky moments, but like compared to like Nicholson or some of these other people, like I didn't feel her role was as impactful. Maybe because like she's still a young actress. So
it was like, well, there's a lot of one note characters,
yeah,
and that's fine. But it's almost like they were trying to cram in the cameos and the
right,
songs.
Yeah,
because I don't feel like Natalie Portman's character needed to be there, to be honest.
Yeah,
it was just like what was she supposed to be, like the normal one of the family, probably, but like, well, she didn't
was
really
supposed to embody the preteen, like
angst,
unconcerned, moody teenager, and like just watching everything through the eyes of like somebody that just
doesn't care.
Like there's like I knew this was gonna happen, and it's like not a big deal.
Yeah, I didn't really get
it because that's why I like her so much.
I actually loved her character, and I felt like her character actually did add a lot to the film.
I liked her character too, but I think she needed more. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, I just felt like I agree with Chris. I think a lot of one note. I actually liked what's his name? Jim Brown's arc.
Oh yeah.
As Byron.
Yeah, like his arc was really cool. I felt bad that he like got killed, but like
no, he lived. Like
he did live.
Yeah, he lived.
Yeah.
That moment was so badass where he's like, yeah, what Mono and Mono starts taking off his pharaoh armor.
I guess I forgot at the end.
Ralph, did you watch the movie?
I thought he got killed in the boxing when he beats up everybody, but I guess
no. But I love Natalie Portman's scene, especially like the Star Wars scene at the end where she's putting on the medals. I was like, hey.
Oh my gosh, totally.
And then next year she's Queen Amidala.
I know.
It's so funny.
Was that the next year?
Yeah, next year she was in Phantom Menace. So
literally the next year.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay.
It's wild.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was probably my biggest gripe with the movie is like I just wanted more, I guess, more equal weight of the character. I mean, obviously, like it's so star-studded, but it was interesting to me when the story was being written. The original script had 60 characters. Then they cut it down to 23, and 23 to me still seems like a lot of 23 main characters.
Yeah,
that's a lot to juggle, but
yeah.
I still enjoyed it.
Such a good job juggling, honestly. First, let's do favorite characters. I want to know all of y'all's favorite character and why. Go, Marilyn.
Honestly, I don't have one. I don't. I don't have a favorite character or favorite moment, to be honest.
Oh, okay.
I will go with here's my favorite character.
I knew it. You would.
Yeah.
No, honestly, my favorite character was probably
Art Land.
Oh yeah.
That's Jack. Just seeing Jack anytime does. It does.
Right.
It does increase the likability of the movie.
There's a fun fact of how he ended up playing both roles. So the studios constantly told Tim Burton, like, you can't kill off Jack Nicholson. You can't. And then Nicholson's like, well, Jack came to him. He's like, can I play all the roles? And Tim Burton was like, okay, maybe I can. And then he decided to kill both him or both the president and Art Land. So Tim Burton stuck one up against the man and killed Jack Nicholson twice in the same movie. It's awesome.
That's amazing.
I think it's hilarious that it's still so Jack Nicholson.
Yep.
It's so distracting. It's not like when Eddie Murphy puts on makeup and you get lost in Eddie Murphy's 50 characters he does in a movie. Like this one was like, okay, it's still Jack Nicholson.
Yeah.
Of course,
Totally.
of course. Chris, who's your favorite character?
I love Byron Williams, like this everyday man who's just trying to get home with his family, and like just then he goes one-on-one rumble against the aliens. That was a lot of fun. Jack Nicholson just killed it. I also really loved the Martian girl because she was played by I'm sorry. Yeah, she's played by Lisa Marie, which at the time Tim Burton was dating her, and I completely did not remember that walking scene, but that one scene where she's like running really fast, and then
so
that
creepy.
actually scared me. It's like what the so that was so good. So those are my top 3.
How about you, Crystal?
All right, what about Sun?
Oh, Sun didn't go.
I actually already mentioned because I think that like most of these characters are just awful. Like I don't think that like Marilyn, like I can understand why you didn't like any of the characters because they were all shitty.
Well, it's not that I didn't like them. I just don't have a favorite.
Yeah. But they
They're
all
all
kind of
very
like,
one-note.
embody like the worst parts of ourselves, you know? So I don't know. Okay, so my favorite still be the moody teenager. Like I think it's still Natalie Portman's character because she just is so unbothered, and I just love it when she's like, "Can you guys keep it down?" Like they're trying to save the world, and she's like, "Can you keep it down?" Like I just love that. I think that's so funny.
That scene that was very funny, or the fact that like they're running through the White House and they're like, "You can't enter here because of the tour," and then she went through that before. Or that one snarky line is like, "Oh, I guess it wasn't the doves."
This was your second favorite character.
Yeah, duh, obviously. He's not a character though. He's just Tom Jones.
Just playing himself.
Yep.
I love how. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Well, my favorite character was the grandma for sure.
The grandma. What a
grandma.
real one.
Yeah, she wins.
Yes.
She wins.
I love her so much. Like she saves the world with like her terrible country music, which I also love. And I just also Jack Nicholson's wife when the hippie when she's like in the pool and she's like praying for them to come to the world.
Oh, that's the other guy's wife.
Yeah, right.
The casino owner.
The second Jack.
That's Annette Bening, right? Yeah.
It was.
Yeah. So I loved her.
It's like for that first scene when they showed Annette Bening and the other Jack Nicholson, it's like I didn't recognize that it was Annette Bening, and I thought, oh gosh, what a bad delivery. But then once she got into her different arc, I guess then it was like, okay, it's not so bad now. But that first showing of hers, it's like it was just very bad delivery.
Yeah, I think she became like a new age.
That's the best. The best characters, definitely the grandma, because I just love that she saves the world and she has no idea what's going on. Like she just out of it.
Yeah.
We didn't mention this being one of the best characters.
No, he's not.
Look at that baby face.
One of the best deaths, though. Here we go.
No, the best death is the chandelier.
And they're gawking for like 20
Danny
minutes
DeVito's
about the
death, where it like pops in and out of him like 3 times. I don't know if y'all.
So
yeah, he tries to like give his watch away or something. Yeah.
So a fun fact: why all the skeletons turn green and red? Again, because of the fact that the studio wanted to push up the movie release. So Tim Burton's like, I guess this is a Christmas movie now. So he intentionally made the colors of the skeletons red and green because it came out like December 17th of 96. So Mars Attacks, Christmas movie confirmed.
I was trying to figure out why they were turning green or red.
I like that Chris confirms it.
Yeah.
Confirmed.
Confirmed.
It's Natalie Portman. We have a bunch of images.
Getting presidential pizza. There you go.
Yeah.
She looks so young. What's she, like 18 here? 17?
Less than that.
Yeah, less. I guess what's everyone's favorite quote? Obviously, I think a big one is the monologue from the president. But was there any other standout lines?
I don't know how quotable this movie is.
Yeah, nothing stood out to me.
Like I like when like Sarah Jessica Parker's dog character is like asking Pierce Brosnan's head if he was flirting with her. So that was fun. That was funny. Like she's so concerned with whether he was flirting with her back on the dog.
I guess it's not so much as a quote, it's like a series of moments is when all the attacks are happening and the alien translator is still on. So you see you hear like these tongue-in-cheek phrases from the aliens like, come back, I'm your friend. And and as they're chasing people around with laser guns, like that got like a big laugh out of me for some reason.
I do like this one shot when Jack Nicholson's like, shut up.
Yeah.
My favorite line was when the grandmother said, they blew up Congress, and then she just starts laughing.
Oh, that's another good quote by Jack when he's like, 2 out of 3 branches of government ain't bad. That was a good one.
And then like the follow-up speech, like, rest assured, we will soon come out at a very real outcome. It's like,
right.
So
he was great. He was great as a president. He really made the movie, in my opinion.
100%.
Yeah.
I don't know who else you get to do that role. I mean, I'm sure there's another actor probably could have pulled something off, but
I do remember seeing that there was some other people that were supposed to play the president, but I can't remember who. Do you have that, Chris?
Oh, one more time, sorry?
Who else would have played the president?
Oh, geez.
They might have went out to other actors. Who was big in the 90s? Like who's like, I'm trying to think like who was Jack level. Hey, Harrison Ford. He already played the president.
Air Force One and Clear and Present Danger. And
he played a lot of. No, he didn't play the president in Clear and Present Danger.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, Air Force One. Sorry.
He yells at the president.
He yells.
He does. That's a great movie.
Michael Keaton was supposed to play Art Land. But yeah, that was the original plan.
Oh,
yeah,
okay. Interesting.
Warren Beatty was also originally casted as the president.
Warren Beatty,
Paul Newman, and then Michael Keaton as well.
His wife's in it. Fun fact: I saw a movie sitting next to them.
Oh, really?
Years back.
Fancy.
Yeah, he looked old.
They actually had a really hard time casting this at the beginning, but then once they got Jack Nicholson on, people started flooding in to try to get in on it. So
yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. I have a little bit of a deep question. So this is obviously a very silly movie, but there's a lot of satire in it. I wasn't quite sure what they were trying to satire though. Like, were they satirizing like American exceptionalism or like the U.S. government or just humanity?
Again, that's where I'm lost. Like, there was not a clear
picture.
Or am I thinking too much into it? Is there not a point? I don't know.
I couldn't figure that out. I couldn't figure out what they were trying to set, other than like the people in the government are idiots. Like,
yeah.
I mean, the one thing that I kind of noticed or kind of is clear for me is the fact that the one thing that we've always seen in films is the fact that if Martians are going to be coming to Earth, it's like we always see them as a threat. And this is the one film that doesn't see them as a threat until they're a threat.
They were.
Like Pierce Brosnan's like, oh no, like they're like gaslighting themselves. Like, oh, we were the ones who cause aggression. No, they're advanced civilization. They're totally cool. We're the barbaric ones.
Right.
Yeah, and they, except for what's his name, who wanted to just nuke
the general. The general. No one listened to the general.
Yeah.
Right. And then he gets shrunk and stepped on. Poor guy.
That was that was a good death for sure.
If I had that gun as an alien, I'd be using it on everyone. That'd be the go-to gun to use.
So Marie Presley actually got like a huge scar from doing this movie from the wig. The wig was
really
so heavy, and she said that it was just complete torture filming the film. And I think the scar is like somewhere on the side where I guess he had to like tape it down or hold it down. Not sure, but she still has a scar today from the wig.
Jesus. They cut her open?
That's insane.
I guess she said that she it was totally worth it and she would do it again.
Wow.
Wow. Got ripped off. I don't know. That must have left the scar.
Speaking of lasers and guns and war, this movie is PG. It's originally it was a lot more violent. Like that, and this actually ties back to the original Cards, where a bunch of people and a bunch of conservatives in like the state of Connecticut banned the original Cards for it being really gory and really bloody. And like, so people were supposed to be exploded, people were supposed to be sliced up, and people were supposed to be melted and shredded. But they cut all that out to avoid that R rating. So I want to see the R-rated cut of Mars Attacks.
I mean, I was still shocked that the cow's on fire. I mean, clearly CGI. I'm like, wow.
My first thought is like, can a cow really run if they're on fire like that?
Oh, bad for the cows. Let them cook alive.
And they would not smell like barbecue. It would smell like rotting flesh.
Why did the aliens target the cows first? What did they know that we didn't?
Yeah, they never talk about that either.
They hated the animals. I'm telling you. Yeah. Do you want to let's bring, because we're starting to get short on time, so let's bring on Brian.
Yeah, I'm gonna queue up his video. So
Brian's opinion. We got all our opinions, then we'll give it a rating.
All right,
here's Brian.
Here's Brian. Let's go.
Let's go, Brian.
He looks great.
I think Chris is rewinding.
Oh shit!
You got it?
Yeah, I got it.
I see him backstage.
Wait, is it playing and we just can't see it?
Chris will bring it up soon, I think.
Oh, it's not. Wait, you can't see it?
Nope.
No.
Oh, weird. Okay, hold on.
I was like, no.
Technical difficulties.
I see him backstage. You have it like queued up.
Oh, I see what happened. Okay. Well, I'm sorry. That was my bad. It's been a weird.
I belong to you.
Here we go.
Hey guys, I'm sorry I can't be with you again this month. I had an appointment that I'm at that I thought I'm not going to be able to get home in time for the live broadcast. So I thought I'd play it safe and record this review of Mars Attacks. Crazy Mars Attacks. Tim Burton's film, one of my favorite of Tim Burton's. And I think one of the most expensive films he did. This budget was $70 million. And this was his follow-up film from doing Ed Wood. So I think all those years of research and all those love of those 50s sci-fi invasion from spacemen kind of movies, finally he was able to put out his version of what Ed Wood probably would have been his ultimate dream movie, which was Mars Attacks, based on the Topps card company's comics. It's crazy, but it's true. And so it's so funny. This is one of my favorite films because it's so luxurious in its ridiculousness. Like, it's so ridiculous, but the stylization of it, the whole style of the whole, art direction was just right on point. The Martians were right on point. The way that the government would react, our president played by the Jack Nicholson, who did multiple roles. Good for him. Although I'm not going to lie, his other role as that casino owner kind of resembled a bit like Beetlejuice in not only actions, but in vocal texture. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm just hearing it. Huh. But I was waiting for Beetlejuice to pop through him and go like, whoa, that type of thing. But a lot of people that he's worked with before in this movie, a lot of like big time A-list actors: Pierce Brosnan, Glenn Close, Annette Bening, Danny DeVito, Sarah Jessica Parker, adorable in this. funny enough, Willie Garson makes an appearance in this as like the television executive, and this week, unfortunately, he passed away, and so condolences to them. But it's weird that him and Sarah Jessica Parker worked together there, and then not long thereafter started working together in Sex in the City. But overall, I love this movie in the sense that it's just such a bubblegum and popcorn kind of, not together, don't, that's gross. But you know what I mean? It's a bubblegum movie that you could just sit back and watch with some popcorn and just love just the fact that even the army men were pretty much decorated like army men from the 50s, or the little green plastic army men toys. The design of all the kind of Martian technology was very, 50s bubble kind of, everything was bubbled and curved kind of feel to it, which was really enjoyable. Lucas Haas makes a great appearance in this. I remember when I first saw him, when this first came out in 96, when I saw the movie, thinking like, wow, because the last time I saw him in a movie, I think was Witness at the time, and how much he had grown since then. And it was just like, wow. Even now when I see Lucas Haas, I'm like, ew, I remember him as that kid. But such great cameos in this as well. You got, Pam Grier is in this. You also have Jim Brown is in this. Engelbert Humperdinck, crazy, because the whole Vegas scenes were just hilarious. To see Vegas go down like that with a Martian invasion. Would we really miss it? Really? What blew up in Vegas stays in Vegas, I would assume, right? And just Rod Steiger as the general is just brilliant, and Martin Short as one of the advisors, and Michael J. Fox as another advisor. Or no, he was a TV person, a political pundit. That's right. It was nice. It was just, I thought the casting was fun. I remember when this movie came out, and then the toys and marketing to follow. And it's fun. Every once in a while, you'll see at Comic Cons and some of these events, someone either dressed up as one of the Martians, or someone dressed up as her, the Martian infiltrator dressed up as the beautiful woman. Every once in a while you'll see that. It's been 96, so it's hard to find people who still cosplay as these characters. But this is definitely, I think, probably one of the most expensive budgeted movies of his. And like I said, you could, if you see Ed Wood first, then see this, it's the perfect lead in to this, I think. I didn't do that this time. I didn't rewatch it by watching Ed Wood first, but I would recommend it. I think if you're going to do a night of Tim Burton movies, make sure that's the order that at least these two movies go in. Do Ed Wood and then do this, and be like, oh my God, yes, this was totally inspired by his love of Ed Wood. So if we want to cut to the to what I loved about it, the special effects I thought were great. They were cheesy enough yet great enough to enjoy, the fusion of Sarah Jessica Parker's head on the little Chihuahua, and the little Chihuahua's head on her body, and seeing Pierce Brosnan all into pieces. The Martians did what all the villains of James Bond couldn't do, which was cut him into pieces. So I say I want to talk about such great. Oh, and Danny Elfman. Can't forget the music. Danny Elfman was a genius again in the music with this. The fact that Slim Watkins, I think, was the song "When I'm Calling You." That was a great kind of foil for the Martians. Like, it wasn't just War of the Worlds, where it was microbes in the human body that killed the Martians. This one was just country music, old country music crooner, and his level of singing sonically destroyed their brains. I thought that was hilarious and awesome. And you can't not have that song in your head for at least a good 3 hours after watching that movie. It's they say. Big ups to Danny Elfman, everybody in the cast and the crew. Like I said, this is one that even when it's on TV and there's nothing else on, I will watch it again. It's on Netflix as of right now. So if you haven't watched it to see what we're talking about now in our commentary and understand why we're giving it the ratings that we're giving it, go do it. Go do it now. Go do it during Halloween. It's a great Halloween movie too. We're leading into the fall, and if you want to get into that kind of Halloweeny kind of spirit, this is a good movie. Now I know I don't know if he's. I think he never can put. He's got to cut my video off if he's going to put up the score. So I'm assuming the scores are not going to go up. But I think I know where I'm at with score wise in this, because we did another Tim Burton movie before. We did Scissorhands, which I enjoyed. But I enjoyed this actually more than Scissorhands. I know, Crystal. You're like, what? I get it. I understand. All
I'm like, what?
Scissor look. I get it. He's a hottie. And no Johnny Depp in this one. That's another weird thing about this film. No Johnny Depp. I guess he was like, no, man, I'm done for now. Or maybe he was like, I want to be a pirate. And this is the start of the pirate movies. I can't remember which. Anyway, so this is a Johnny Deppless Tim Burton movie, far and few between, but this is one of them. Maybe that's why I enjoyed it more. I'm kidding. But anyway, I would say this is a strong 4.
Oh,
I'm not going to say 4.5, and I'm not going to say 5 because I watched the other episodes that I haven't been on the past couple of months, and I'm seeing Ralph kind of giving me kind of grief in a weird kind of way, kind of thing, and so I'm gonna bring it back to the real, I guess, whatever you want to do. So I'm gonna give this a solid 4. Yeah, I think that's good. I don't know what the rest of you guys are going to vote, but I'm going to say 4. And I really enjoyed this one, and I highly recommend it. I can't really find any flaws in this because you take it for what it is. It's a sci-fi thriller from Tim Burton that's based on the 50s, invasion from Mars kind of movies. And it's in the same kind of vein as an Ed Wood kind of thing. And like I said, watch Ed Wood and then watch this, and you'll be like, no brainer. Love the posters that they did this. This is one of the original posters that you'd see probably on a subway and whatever. But really, like that's right. Natalie Portman was in this as the daughter. Rod Steiger, I mentioned before. Michael J. Fox, Martin Short, Tom Jones. It's not unusual. It's a perfect for him to fit that. Lisa Marie, the woman who played the alien, and then Sylvia Sidney, who played the grandmother. You remembered her as the advisor in Beetlejuice.
Yes,
advising people who died. So
that's
I
right.
I forgot that.
Yeah, I knew her from somewhere.
So that's my review. I'm gonna give it 4. 4
For Martians.
For Martians.
There you go.
Martians. Yeah, let's say Martians. I'll give it 4 Martians. It's definitely one of the best to come out of the Red Planet. So I miss you guys so much. Sorry once again that there was something else that I had to be at tonight, and I miss you guys next month.
Next month, let's go.
So in the meantime, thank you for having me on, and thank you for having me go on almost 10 minutes. It looks like.
Wow.
Thanks, Brian.
I love his reviews
Thank Brian
so much.
He's so good.
Brian's a real one. Hell
Yeah.
yeah.
We need to get him back on here.
He gave it a 4.
You gave it, because you guilted him, Ralph. You guilted him.
Thanks to you, Ralph.
I
You
didn't
ruined
do
it.
anything. Listen, you guys do what you want to do. Chris, you never listen to me anyway. Okay, let's go around. Brian gave it a 4. Can we bring up the Zebascope chart?
We have the Zebascope chart,
'Cause
right?
we need to know where we're at here. Let's see. Joe, does Joe even matter? Can we get him off this thing? This is ridiculous.
So hard to see.
Shan's gone. Look at Shan's first reviews.
2.5.
Okay. Let's see here. Well, everybody last month loved Lost Boys. Everybody loved Lost Boys except for Shan.
Yeah. It was a pretty high all across the board. I mean, the saxophone man.
I mean,
that's
but Brian only gave Lost Boys a 4.
Yeah.
I even gave Lost Boys a 4.5.
Mm.
So I don't know why he's singling me out. Okay, let's figure out. Let's go to Maryland. I want to know Maryland's score because. Wait. Hold on. You wait. I want to, because I know what Sun's going to be. So, Sun, what's your score?
How do you know?
Because I know it's going to be a 4.5 or a 5.
Okay, fine. You're right. It's a 4.5 for me.
Oh, interesting.
4.5.
You're right.
That's
No,
good.
I love this movie. Why is it not a 5? Because it's chaotic. It's
Okay.
chaotic, and that's the only thing that I slightly dislike about this movie. But I think that it adds to the comedic and satirical aspect of it. So I love this movie. And before we end this, nobody has talked about the little space Speedos. Nobody has brought them up, and that upsets me. That upsets me. So
I'm sorry. We don't even have any pictures of them. Do we?
Oh, you know what, son? I'll do you a
Chris,
solid.
find a picture.
I'll find the space speedos.
In the meantime, I'd like to know Crystal's.
Y'all know my score.
I'm getting some feedback.
Oh, is it for me?
I don't know. Chris, is that on your end?
I don't.
Hello.
Hello. All right. So, Crystal, what are you, a 5?
I'm giving it a 5. Yeah, I am giving Mars Attacks a 5.
That's a 5. That's a perfect, basically a perfect movie.
Yeah, it has Martin Short and Jack Nicholson in it, and like 1,000 other things, not to mention
Floating
aliens.
Pierce Brosnan head.
Yeah,
Floating
I don't
Pierce
know. Like growing up, I felt like anytime this was on TV, like I would cancel the rest of my day plans and like finish it on TV. I used to sketch out a lot of the aliens when I was in high school. Like I thought they were just so weird looking and so cool. I honestly would agree with Brian. I actually like this almost more than Edward Scissorhands. Like if I had to watch one or the other, I would probably always pick Mars Attacks.
What would you give Edward Scissorhands?
Huh?
Would you give Edward Scissorhands?
I think a 5.
Yeah, you gave it a 5.
I give out a lot of 5s. I like movies.
Movies are great.
I just asked a question.
I just think it's another classic movie, and like I said earlier, like I grew up with the black and white, UFO films, and I love it. Like I love Vegas, I love New York, I love Los Angeles, and those were the 3 cities they focused on this movie. I just feel like they really captured the human race if this were to happen. Like I think it's hilarious. The end. I think Ralph.
I thought you froze. Okay.
I wanted the audience to put their scores in too. Okay, Chris. Go ahead, Chris.
So to put some context,
I don't think you're going to give this a 5. I'm going to go and wrap.
Yeah. So I'm going to put some. I'll put a disclaimer. I gave the last 5 movies 5s. I'm gonna break that. I'm gonna give it a 4.5
This is big for you. A 4.5 to you is like big. A freaking 2.
This is big. I'll give it 4.5 acts out of acts. And I think it's the same reason as Sun. I love this movie. It's really cheesy, campy. Honors all those classic.
But the end of the world is chaotic. Is too chaotic for you.
For me, it's like I wish some of the story beats, or I guess the character moments or the character arcs were tightened up a bit. I think this movie started out with 60 unique characters and then pared down to 23. To me, that even though this is like a globe-trotting, I guess it's technically a globe-trotting film because you see attacks all over the world. I don't know. I felt like some certain characters just got lost out or didn't have a strong of a voice. But I mean, low bar of entertainment. I love all the special effects, the lasers, the explosions, the really quirky lines. So 4 out of 5 X. That's my vote.
Okay. I'm pleasantly surprised. Marilyn, what is your score? I think I know, but I'm not going to say.
Well, and it's like trying to remember what I gave other films and stuff, and I was entertained with this, but like some of you were saying, everybody's storyline was very choppy, and it's like I felt like they were just characters thrown in just to throw them in, but again, still entertaining, but I wouldn't watch it again. Unless I was at someone's house and they wanted to watch it, it's like, okay, you know, I'll watch it. But I would probably give it a 3 3/4.
That's a pretty good
3.75.
score.
Okay.
3 3/4. 3 3. Have we done it? We haven't done a lot of 3/4. Have we?
No.
I think Marilyn's
Marilyn
the
likes
only
to do the
person who does
yeah, she
3/4
likes
or
to do the
quarters.
quarters.
Yeah.
9 3/4.
9
Since we're
3/4.
stuck on time, I'm going to go quickly. This is a 3.
A 3.
Ralph,
It might even be a 2 3/4. If I'm being honest with myself,
You're
but I'm
dead
going
to
to
me.
go. I'm going to give it a 3, which is generous.
Delete my number.
This is this is generous. Listen, there's no plot. It looks great. Great cast. All that looks
There's
great.
no plot.
There's not a great plot.
Not really.
There's
Yeah.
not a lot
I would
of good
agree.
character arcs going on. I just didn't. I get it. Like I said before, it just didn't feel. It wasn't laugh out loud funny. There are moments where I was like giggled, but like if I'm gonna watch a comedy, I want to laugh out loud a bunch of times. I didn't feel like this did that for me.
Fair
I
enough.
don't know. I could be wrong. I mean, listen. I don't know what to tell you. It's a 3.
It's all good. I mean, a 3 is still like that's what
3 is a good
it's
movie.
It's like a C is like a 3 is like a C plus. You know, that's still a passing
The
grade.
3
right?
is like its average is a 2.5. It's above average.
Okay.
So
And
slightly above average movie.
Even with Ralph's 3, you know, the average score of this movie is 4.2 across
It's
6
good.
votes.
You
So
guys
that's
gave it.
still good.
I would like to get Shan. I would love to get Shan's score because he crushed.
What
Lost.
did the audience give it?
I saw like a
Overall.
3.5 from Robert Pete, Neil,
The
another
audience were-
3.5. Brian Lagerstrom,
Couple
4.5.
Okay.
Although, you know, I would give 6 out of 5 to this, right, son?
Yes, yes, thank you. Look at how cute he is.
There you go. I
How
love
cute he is. The
It
design of the aliens was great. I gotta say that does keep this above average for sure.
looks
Um,
emaciated.
Okay, let's unveil a 5 right here. I'm gonna show you guys a 5. I know you've been waiting for this. Are you guys ready for
For the cover?
the cover?
Ready?
This is a 5. I don't know if we should count down or just show it, so I'll just show it.
Just show it.
Damn.
Oh!
God, that ring
So
is
rad.
amazing.
So
Bam.
cool.
Love
Bam.
it.
That looks great.
Oh my god,
Thank
this
you.
gun is
Let's
so
move
good.
Son to
Let me see
here.
Son up here. Son, any thoughts? What was your-
Yeah, I like this one. It was challenging. And I tried to add the dramatic lighting that a lot of these like old sci-fi movies had. So I tried to do that. Obviously I had to keep the key elements of what made her be so iconic, like the hair, the blue eyeshadow, the eye that was like the little camera thing, the handbag that was perfectly designed to have the gun like inside of it and to conceal the gun. So and the pattern of her dress that we had to alter, obviously. But yeah, no, it was actually really, really fun for me to do this one.
This is awesome. Yeah.
It's very cool.
Beautiful.
So
It's up in their store right now, by the way.
awesome.
Oh,
I'll
and the
post that
character,
in-
if anybody asks, I think is Dracula's daughter. I don't know her name though.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Son, I have a quick question. Was it your decision to make her hair purple? Because I love that choice.
No.
It looks. Oh, okay.
No, because the character, the Zenoscope character has purple hair. So
Yeah.
I think
Oh,
they were
that's right.
obviously we're trying to steer away from
It ties into the character of it's like a merge of our character.
Oh, okay. I don't know much
think-
about the character, but
I think it though. It looks fresh.
Go get it now. Zenoscope.com.
Mhm.
Marilyn,
And-
Crystal, you'll be getting your copies as well.
That's
Thank you.
right.
We also have, of course, the Z-rated
Woo!
version. The Z-rated version comes without the bar, guys.
No way.
Just FYI.
although if you come to our booth and you're at Comic-Con, we're gonna start having like people were going mad about this during the superhero con. They were really excited about the new Zenoscope pasty stickers we were using for our Z-rated covers. So if you go to New York, you can get some of those pasties and
pasty stickers.
yes, and the Z-rated bar stickers.
We should sell them separate.
You really should.
Yeah, Mark. Let's have a marketing meeting. We'll talk about.
Listen, go to the store, pick it up. We have another thing to show you guys real quick, and then I have to roll out early. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
I have a birthday thing to go to, but I'm going to show you guys this.
Is it your birthday?
No. It's a friend's birthday. We're gonna show you what we got for next month. See if anybody can guess. Are you ready?
Ready.
I'm gonna try and do it quickly.
Oh, that one. Right.
Did you see it? Did you see it?
Was
I
it
think it says the
Ghostbusters?
title at the top.
I didn't
So-
see it.
One more time, Ralph, and then.
All right. I was seeing if we have any comments. Nobody in the comments got it.
Someone asked Evil Dead. That's not right.
Does it say it at the top?
It says Friday Night
it-
Layouts.
What's it say?
Friday Night Layouts.
Oh,
Fright
no,
Night.
Fright Night.
Oh,
Fright
Fright
Sorry,
Night.
I have the live
Hey.
sticker, or the live button covering it.
Hey, see Fright Night yet?
Fright
What?
Night.
Has everybody seen
I
Have
Has
I
love
everybody
seen
Fright
seen
Fright
Night.
it?
Night?
I
I'm
keep
Fright
not
Night.
sure.
Sure.
Fright Night.
Fright Night. Have you guys seen it?
I
I'm
love
not sure.
that movie's
One of my
Oh,
favorite movies. ever.
classic.
So this is probably. I'm going to be honest with you. This could be a 4.5 or a 5.
Ooh, bold.
I'm not. I don't know. I haven't seen it in a while. I could change my mind.
Oh.
1985.
Oops, it froze.
Yeah, it's yet another
Fright Night, you never-
vampire cult classic. It's Fright Night. It's like a
How have I never
classic
seen
80s
this?
movie.
I've
Dude,
never
Fright
seen
Night.
this.
Mhm.
So good.
What?
So
Oh,
And
I'm
then-
so excited, you guys. Is it
So
actually scary?
it's scary and
It's
funny.
a horror comedy. There's like
It's got some
yeah.
comedy in it, but it definitely.
I haven't
You
seen
know.
it. I'm so excited. Y'all.
I would say it has a lot of the same vibes as Lost Boys. It has that same
Yeah,
energy.
it's got
Okay.
a lost. It's got a lost.
Cool.
Well, thank
Cool.
y'all. for
Watch
the-
it. Chris is gonna stick around and go through some housekeeping.
We have
us
so
again.
much housekeeping, but thank you so
I-
much.
I appreciate you guys. It was good seeing all you girls, by the way.
You
Bye.
too. Thank y'all.
Woo!
I'm
It was
gonna
good
jump
seeing
off.
Brian. Even though
Yes.
yes,
He's a trooper.
he will come back. Brian will return in Fright Night. Thank you, Ralph. And we again, son, you are crushing it with all these covers. We love you. We love all that you do. So thank you so much. And again, these amazing covers are available on the web stores. I posted links in the comment section. The subscription is you can sign up for a subscription as well to get a showcase subscription and a mini art print included. If you sign up or if you're already enrolled, the Mars Attacks showcases will start to ship on October 1st. So that is it for the covers. Now we have a lot of housekeeping. There's so much going on this month and next month. So we will return with Fright Night. We just revealed it. Classic vampire cult classic movie. So that will be October 29th at 6 p.m. We'll have Brian back. We'll have our esteemed panel back. Maybe we'll have some new guests. We don't know, but only one way to find out. You got to check in. Starting this weekend, we have a special partnership with a haunted house. It's the Fright Factory in Philly. And
I wish I could come. That was so
you
fun.
gotta,
so cool.
some of our characters will be part of this haunted house attraction, which is
Oh,
really
cool.
cool. Yeah, and it's actually I think I'm allowed to say this, but it's like a prelude to a bigger attraction we want to try it next year, where it's gonna be like an Alice in Wonderland themed
Ooh.
haunted house attraction. Wonderland's one of our most popular series of all time, so very exciting. So this weekend, check out Fright Factory. Also, this past week, we had a brand new episode of Everything Zen. This is our podcast where we talked about our character of the month, Mary Medina or Mystere. And if you're a VIP, Sun played as Mystere, the badass necromancer in our Xenospectral Dragons. You crushed it. You summoned a tank and like summoned spectral hands. It was so badass. So check it out. I interviewed Pat Shand about the origins of the character. Very fun. We have a retailer live stream with Graham Cracker Comics of Chicago, Illinois. They're a great store. And they're going to be with us for October 4th at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So it's a great time to get some really, really awesome, amazing retail exclusives and to support local brick and mortar shops around the country. Last thing, I swear, and then we'll have a very, very happy Friday. We are going to New York Comic Con 2021. That's right. Our first and last, well, I mean, this is like our third show of the year, but our last show of the year. We're going to be at booth 2901. And guess what? Your favorite person, Crystal Starr, is going to be with us at the booth.
I can
Very
go.
Nice.
Doing Robin and Alice for costumes. So
hell yeah.
We'll see how they turn out.
It's gonna be, regardless, it's gonna be fun. So if you're gonna be at Comic-Con, please stop by our booth. There's gonna be a lot of cool events. We're doing releasing brand new collectibles, raffles, giveaways, artist signings, not one, but 2 panels. One of them is actually a Tales of Terror pitch panel where you can pitch a story for Tales of Terror. So if you have some spooky anthology story that you always had to get off your chest, maybe it's about aliens, maybe it's about an alien in a thong, who knows? You can pitch it at this panel. So there's
How
that.
dare you tell everybody what my story is? How dare you?
God, no. Well, I'm sorry, son. I mean, you got to step up your game then, okay? Sometimes artists work well under pressure. So
yeah, that's right.
That's right. And also related to that, or one last thing, we're hosting a virtual Halloween costume contest for the upcoming October live stream. So if you want to show off your spooky threads, maybe you're going to dress up as the Martian Girl, maybe as Jack Nicholson, maybe you're going to be Snake Plissken from Escape from New York. Submit those entries, and there's going to be awesome prizes with that as well. My mouth is running dry. That is all. That is all the housekeeping. I want to thank our lovely guests. Thank you to all of our amazing fans hanging out. Son, I don't think you're going to be at New York Comic Con, right? Is there still like a travel ban or something like that in Canada?
I actually don't know. I have to look it up, but I know that you can only fly, and I don't know. It's just it's complicated right now. Okay. So yeah, we still have like everybody's masks up and all that. We still have lots of but anyway, mandates, stuff like that.
Well, hopefully in 2022, I said this like a year ago. I'll say it again. We need to bring Sun to the VIP event in 2022. Crystal and Marilyn, I don't have executive authority, but I'm saying it right now. You two should come and be with us. It's gonna be a huge party, and everyone in the chat should come. It'd be a great time.
Cool.
Any last words?
Thanks for having us.
Yes, thank you as always.
Thank you. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday.